guys, it's Chessa with Checker. Happy National Quilting Month! Welcome to our What's New Live. Quilt shops from all over the world depend on Checker for the newest fabrics and notions. I'm here today to just show you a few of the over 120,000 items that you can find at checkerdist.com. We know as shop owners your time is limited, but it's also crucial to keep your shop fresh with new products. Our live episodes are just for you. It's always fun to see where you guys are watching from, so leave a comment in the comments with your shop name and location. If you can't watch this video live, that's okay, because as you guys probably already know, it stays on Facebook and you can come back and rewatch it or finish watching it on your earliest convenience. And to make ordering easy for you, there is a link in the description that is just specifically to the items that are being shown today. And if you have a question or you'd like to just see something again, make sure you pop it in the comments and we will get to it at the end. Checker has so many ways for you to see what's new in the world of quilting. We send a bi-weekly email on Mondays with just the newest items added in the previous 2 weeks. You can also use the drop-down filter on our website and sort newest to oldest. And of course, we are always posting newest products on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. So make sure you go follow, like, subscribe to all of those. Again, there's a Q&A at the end, so if you think of anything, of any questions, make sure you put it in the comments. Sasha is always looking at the comments to make sure that she can call those out later. Later today, Maria DeGroot from Creative Grid, she's our Creative Grid specialist, will join me to talk about the ruler of the month. Stay tuned, because at the end, we also have a giveaway to celebrate National Quilting Month. Actually, we're going to have surprise giveaways all month long. They will be posted on our private Facebook group, which you will want to join, not only for the giveaways, just because we also put promotional deals and information in there as well. So Chrissy is going to pop a comment in the link, pop a comment in the comments, and it's going to have a link that'll take you directly to the page. Now don't worry, it might take a day or two for you to get approved, but I can assure you Byron Masson, our sales manager, is always checking to see who has requested to join. Don't forget, there are questions you have to answer to be accepted, so please don't forget to answer those. Let's see who is watching today. Hello Glenda from Summer Breeze Quilting. Hello to Terry from the Laughing Ewe Quilt Shop. Thanks for tuning in today. Hello Pink Petunias Patchworks from Canada. Hello Long Arm Charm Quilting Service. Thanks for tuning in today. Jane from Carolina. Susan from Susie's Fabric Attic in Ontario, which is opening soon. Congratulations. Amy Berkman Studio. We actually have a pattern from her today that we're going to show you. So I'm glad you're able to watch us promote your product today. Hello Janet from the Quilt Shop in Nebraska. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on in. You guys know my rules here. I'm going to start with books, specifically from Martingale. If you have fabric scraps or you keep beloved bits, set aside your snippets. Now is the time to stop stockpiling and start sewing. The Big Book of Favorite Scrap Quilts has 44 projects that host and highlight a bunch of well-known quilt designers and include a variety of quilting techniques. There's also a bunch of different skill levels and finish sizes. There are plenty of scrap quilts for every palette. Again, this is the Big Book of Favorite Scrap Quilts. I know a lot of people who are always looking for a way to use up their scraps. Maria, who's coming on later, is one of them. I know she's guilty of it, so I might just give this book to you. What about jelly rolls? You guys love your jelly rolls? Like most quilters, people just love these bundles of 2.5-inch strips that bring sweetness from every piece in a fabric collection. Yet, you sometimes wonder, what are you going to do with them? What are you going to use them for? Well, we have the answer. Barb Groves and Mary Jacobson of Me and My Sister Designs are experts at creating quick and easy quilts using pre-cuts. And now they're going to share 9 of their favorite Jelly Roll patterns in this Jelly Roll Jam 48-page book. Now I have some great items, some more books from C&T Publishing. We have Embroidered Mythical Creatures. This includes 50 designs of mermaids, unicorns, you have dragons, you have centaurs, and even more. The iron-on transfers make transferring the designs a breeze. Pay tribute to the Stars and Stripes with red, white, and blue star quilts from Judy Martin. This book features 16 new 2- or 3-colored quilts that are inspired by her Shakespeare in the Park quilt, which, hey, I opened right to that one. Lucky duck me. Let's see what else. Oh, that's July fireworks. That's gorgeous. Again, this is Red, White, and Blue Star Quilts. This is by Judy Martin from C&T. Anyone can quilt stunning scenery, from brand new landscape quilters to veteran artists. Explore Joyce Becker's simple methods in beautiful landscape quilts. There are 50 tips for success in a gallery of quilts that are from featured designers. Beautiful landscape quilts. Take advantage of everything your sewing machine has to offer with Machine Magic from C&T. Decorative quilt artist Deborah Louie teaches how to use the stitch options on your machine and incorporate them into gorgeous applique pieces. Just look at how gorgeous that is. Machine Magic. There's 22 fun flowers to sew. You may have seen these in the photo that was promoting today's live. These new notions are from Zoid. They have everything from rotary cutters, self-healing mats, rulers, scissors, and snap knives. They are in such a unique colorway that I just love. So we're gonna go to a top down and give you an even closer look at them. So you got all of your size options here for your rotary cutters. They're very nice and light. You can left and right-handed use. You got that quick change blade. You have some nice scissors. These are 9 inches. They are extremely sharp, cut through all sorts of things. You have your knives. And for those of you that don't know what a snap knife is, so it looks like this whole thing is a blade, but it is not. You probably can't see it unless I hit it in the right light just right. You'll see there's little marks every 1/4 inch, and you can actually snap that blade off when it gets dull and you got a nice new fresh one. Instead of having to replace the whole piece, you're just going to replace little pieces. We also have the art knife that comes with a lid. You got your rulers. See, it has nice blue on it. And your rotary cutter, or your cutting mat, excuse me, double-sided, 2 different colors. Your nice angles on it. Now this is just that I actually have in front of me is just a small portion of the stuff we are carrying. You'll see in the link in this description of this video, we have replacement blades for everything. There's more sizes of rulers, there's more sizes of cutting mats. It's not just limited to what is on this table. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. I think Maria's actually going to take it from me. It's great, thank you very much. Now we're going to move on to some new items from ThermoWeb. We have the Icraft Pixie tape. These removable adhesives are just, oh, I love this. I never knew what I would need removable tape for, but man, have I come across plenty of times where I was like, oh shoot, I wish I had that. So let's start with the tape. This is an easy release removable tape. It doesn't leave any residue behind and it peels cleanly without tearing your paper, but it is durable, so it's great for a wide range of creative techniques. And then you have the Pixie Dots. So these are a 1/4 inch in size, so that makes them great for your smaller projects. Again, they're removable. They're great to hold your project elements in place. If you have animals like me, they're always jumping on the counter and it would be screwing all my stuff up, so these are great. These happy little chicks behind me are from Faith and Fabric. They're just in time for Easter. They have this adorable fluffy little hair and they're breaking out of their shell. And you probably can't tell from this far away, this is actually paper piece. So this will just makes all your little points perfect. You can really add some good design to the eggs, and I just think they're super adorable. I know my mom's writing this down as one of the items she wants me to make her. There are the two shell designs. As you can see, you got popping out and then completely out.
With these little feathers.
And yeah, the little feathers. I think it's a super adorable. I love it. We have another one from Faith and Fabric. This is Lent, or Good Friday. It's pretty large, so Maria's going to have to help me. So as you can see from the center cross here, you have the light radiating out. And this pattern, you can create it in 3 different sizes. I always like having the options to increase, or usually me, I want to make it bigger. So that is from Faith and Fabric.
I'm with you.
You always want to make your quilts bigger.
Too.
Yeah. So now we're actually going to switch gears from new items to a newly updated product. So everybody knows and loves their Gypsy Quilter wool pressing mats. We have changed suppliers, so we are going to be delivering high quality New Zealand wool mats at a lower price. So let's talk about some tips and tricks for these wool mats, just because we get asked questions sometimes, so I thought I would just go over some of it with you. The new mats, all the sizes are the New Zealand wool now. I just didn't have enough room to have all of them up here with me. For best results when you're using your wool mat, you're going to want to use a dry iron when you're pressing. When you're pressing an embroidered block, you're going to want to iron from the wrong side. The wool mat then will cushion the stitches and it's going to retain the texture of the embroidery design. If the mat feels damp after use, just hang it and air dry it before you store it. And if you choose to use starch, please wait to press the fabric until it is completely dry. There are more tips and tricks that come on the back of the packaging, so you want to take a good look at that. You can tell the difference. It's got a nice new fresh label on the front. So those are the wool pressing mats from the Gypsy Quilter. Now we're going to talk about some new patterns. We're going to start with Fabric Cafe. start with hopscotch. If you don't already know, Fabric Cafe, these are all made with just 3 yards. You pick 3 different fabrics. You have a 9 patch. Then you got a 9+1. Happy Go Lucky. In just those 3 yards, they're very generous in size. You got 44 by 59 inches. And here's Pretty Simple. So those are all Fabric Cafe. They have a ton of patterns, always coming out with more, so feel free to head on over to their website and you can search patterns by vendor and just click Fabric Cafe. I have some more from Coach House Design. We have Vintage Brights. I'm always thinking about Christmas, so I'm always ready for Christmas patterns. The Cowpoke Hall of Fame. Got some super cute cowboy boots and hats in there. At the Tree Farm, another great Christmas one. You see it uses some pieces of a panel. You're going to use some of your fussy cutting skills. And Boo to You. You have your spider and your bats and your pumpkins. Halloween will be here before you know it. Next is from Amanda Murphy Designs. First up is Shimmer. I think the colors that she picked for this are just gorgeous. Here you can see it in more Christmas colors. This is an 82-inch square. Twinkle 2 is pre-cut friendly for 10-inch squares. This one's 53 by 72. Snow Day. This is an adorable snowflake. I might have been partial to Christmas patterns this time when I was looking through things as a show. And Celebration. So these were all Amanda Murphy Designs. Dritz recently introduced what they call the happiest collection of sewing tools. This is the Prim Love collection. And this isn't even all of it. There is over 25 items, so there is definitely something for everyone. Let's show you specifically some of the items. You have some magnet pin cushions, some fabric pencils. You can see the theme with the colorways here. You have another pin cushion, but this time it has a bobbin ring included with it. Got some rulers. You have a tube turning set, seam ripper in 2 different sizes. You have the big and the small. I think these are stinking adorable. So these are pin cushion pattern weights. So they have some weight to them and they're just super adorable. Tape measure, scissors. I mean, I can go on and on. I opened these because I wanted the pencils. They were covered up by the packaging. We got some pins. So just all sorts of great stuff. Like I said, this isn't everything, so go ahead and visit our website, checkerdisc.com, or you guys know in the link of the description of this video, it does include all of the items in the series. I'm gonna hand this basket of fun off. Thank you. We're gonna keep this show rolling with some super cute items from Gingy Beer. These up right here. We have these adorable tea towels, and as you can see, they're packaged super cute. The little label on them, so as soon as they arrive, they're ready for you to put on display, and it's just super cute. You just unwrap it when your customers buy it. And I want to show you the size. Isn't it just adorable? There's probably 12 new ones, I think. Don't hold me to that. I know there's a lot. They are, you can see them all on our website. I'm gonna have Cindy go to a top down for the next stuff. Like this super cute magnetic needle minder that's an owl. They have some great gifts like a work week little calendar. And you got a nice little notepad. What I really love about this week at a glance calendar is that, you know, usually we buy like monthly calendars or things that are just tied to the date. So this doesn't have any dates on it. You can just fill it in. So if you forget about it for a couple months,
It'll last me for 2 years.
Yeah,
because I forget to fill it in.
it's not going to go to waste.
Yeah.
And who doesn't? I always need notepads. Let's show some of the embroidery samplers. So these, also from Gingy Bear, are, I love kits. This is going to come with everything you already need. Let's open one up. Back you have your color guide. I confused this with their other one. This is not their embroidery kit. I confused it with their embroidery kit. But this tells you everything you need. What size embroidery hoop, the suggested floss colors to match what's on the cover. Since I jumped the gun, now let's go to the embroidery kit that has everything inside of it. It comes with your hoop. It has your fabric that already has the pattern on it. There's an embroidery needle in here. You have your floss and your instructions and stitch guide. You're ready to go. I like taking part of the guesswork out of it, you know, because I will sit there and contemplate what color to use for 4 months. And then never make a decision.
That's a great little gift for a new sewer too.
It would be great for a new sewer because it has everything.
Sewing Month.
Yeah, National Sewing Month. Got a friend in mind. You're gonna give it to me? And then some patterns as well. You can make the owl habitat to go with the owl and needle minder. Pair that up. That is super cute. Trying to keep the table nice and clean so when Maria comes over here, she's got a clean slate.
Oh yeah, it's all about me.
It is all about you, don't you know? Now we have new from Amy Berkman is the Fold and Go Folio. So I'm sure she is still watching. We saw her earlier today. Now there are 2 size options here. Let's start with the color coordinate pattern, the fabric coordinating one that she sent. So you have your larger and your smaller. So this is great for tools, jewelry, and tech essentials. She sent them all ready to go for us. So you can stick your pins in here, a nice little spot for your scissors, hold some of your thread. You have drawstring bags, hold your thimble, some of your wonder clips. The smaller one, we have some safety pins, some more needles. all sorts of good stuff. Now, this doesn't have to only be for your sewing stuff. It's also great for if you're traveling to keep your jewelry all organized. Hook your earrings in. Have nice hooks here that you can put your necklace in. Have some rings in here. Just help keep everything organized and help keep things from getting tangled up. I always tangle my stuff whenever I go anywhere. It's also great for orphan blocks. So if I lay this out flat, you can see this one maybe was a bunch of leftover scraps that you sewed together. And here's maybe a leftover block, made one too many, or oh, maybe you changed your color decision, but you already made the block. Don't let it go to waste. It's very practical. It is a very practical gift. And it doesn't even have to be a gift. Make a ton for yourself. You could make them gifts. Like this matching set is just adorable. It's great for travel. It'd be great for going on your retreats. There is a video on our product page, so make sure you check that out for more information. Got the nice little clasp here. And it really folds down to such a nice travel size. I mean, here's my hand for reference. Now, I think this folio from Amy Berkman would also work well for this new 3.5-inch long Tultron Lion's Tail embroidery scissor. This has that beautiful gold finish. You saw a scissor already in here, not in this one, but you could easily just tuck it in, pin it up, and you're ready to go. It would also be great for your new Taylor Seville Magic Ultra Premium Tailor's Chalk. So this also has its own case, so that's great. You're not going to be getting chalk everywhere, and you don't have to worry about, you know, dropping it. It's all protected. So this is ultra fine, so you have really sharp and precise lines. And if you're looking to hold all of that plus your kitchen sink, you have your your Stars Over the States Eco Tote from C&T Publishing. And I just love when they come out with totes because you have your short carrying handle and then you have your longer one for over the shoulder. And everybody knows I just like having options. So, and they're just super versatile and they always have cute patterns on them. Let's see who else is watching today. And they fold up nice. Hello, Teresa from Teresa's Primitive Treasures. Bill from Studio Villock in Canada. Thanks for tuning in today. Hello, Sally from Sassy Cat in South Dakota. I love that Sassy Cat. Barbie from Fabric Art Shop in Florida. Thanks for tuning in today. Hello, Patchwork Garden in New York. There you go. And I have one last set of items to show you today before Maria joins me to talk about creative grids. It is the new Shishiko threads from Emma Creation. There is Paletone, there's Salad, there's Variegated. Let's go to a top down just to show you a little bit. I mean, I put them all in this basket really cute, but what fun is it if you can't see it? So you have Salads, Variegated, some rainbow. Got such a great variety of colors. So those are from Emma Creation.
It's a fun bunch of threads.
It is, isn't it? They all come packaged individually, so I was like unpackaging one by one, and I was like, I want them all. Does it look like we have a question, Sasha?
Tony asks if Celebration needs templates from Amanda Murphy.
From
Design.
Amanda Murphy
You got
Designs.
it?
Oh, you have it?
There's a little line at the end about her triangle and square.
It says that her good measure triangle and a square ruler is optional, but it is recommended. So you could do it without a template, but she also has one if you are interested.
And Amy asks if you could show her pattern for the Go Folio. Did you happen to have the pattern?
Oh, I have the printed pattern over. So why don't we let Maria do her stuff, and when I come back, I will show that.
I thought you were pointing for me to run over there.
No, I I was kind of talking to myself. I know where it is. So, Maria, I'll bring your stuff out for you.
Okay, thank you.
The floor's all yours.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, it's Maria from Creative Grids again. And thank you to Chester for letting me come on the show. Again, we have so much fun when we talk product and all of that kind of stuff. So today, I want to talk to you about our ruler of the month. I know the quilt shops get this deal. Every month we have a different ruler that we feature. The ruler for March is the multi-sized 45 and 90 degree triangle ruler. And it comes with an insert that's got the instructions. It has all of our features like the grip, the black and white lines and numbers, easy to read features, and great instructions for how to put some of these together. So let's take a look at how this works. Clear my deck a little bit here.
Auntie M's, it is almost flip-flop season for me. Don't worry, I'm super excited. I will let you know as soon as I break them out.
It is. The weather is really wonderful here, I have to say.
It's not raining anymore.
Well, and the temperature alone is just really great. Okay, so I always have to look to see if I'm in the right field on the mat here. But I want to talk about half square versus quarter square triangles for just a second. Originally, before we had all of these great tools, we would cut squares and then cut them on the diagonal back towards me. Better? A little more?
Yeah, right.
We moved the table out because last time I had to stretch across
I
the table.
know. There you go.
There we go. So a half square triangle is basically a square that's cut in half, diagonal to diagonal once. So what happens is this longest side is where the bias is, and these shorter sides are straight of grain. So depending on what you like for assembly, you might like the half square, or the quarter square triangle is that same cut in half, but I'm going to do it twice. So I'm going to get 4 triangles from one square. The issue with this one is that now that straight of grain is that longest side, and both of the short sides have got bias, so you just want to be careful when you put them together. But sometimes you need a quarter square or a half square triangle. So let's look at how this tool works. I'm going to show you how I made the quilt behind me, which is just a whole bunch of half square triangles.
Hey, let's take a moment and admire the quilt behind you.
Ah, take a look at that. So it started out as a fat quarter pack, and I put some white with it for the background, but these are all 4-inch squares, every single one of them. I may have had to trim some of them to make them all match, but the process is the same as what I'm going to show you here in a minute. So it's a fun way to make a scrappy quilt without having to dig too deep into my scraps. Those pre-cut packs that come all together, they all coordinate and they look great together. And that is the basic of how to do a quilt like this. You could pick any size half square, triangle, square to make this, so the size is going to change depending on the size square you use. So if I start with some strips, take my note off so I don't rotary cut that. This particular strip is 4.5 inches. Why 4.5, you might wonder? Well, when I'm looking at the tool, this line here says 4, which means the finished size of the square. So I need a 4.5-inch strip in order to do that. I literally went to my mat and went 2, 3, 4, yep, they're not kidding, a 4.5-inch strip to get this shape. So I'm going to lay this right on my set of strips. I have put them right sides together. So after I cut them, I just have to take them over to the sewing machine. You're going to lay the tool lining up that 4-inch line. I'm going to use my favorite rotary cutter, which is my Creative Grid cutter. Open that blade and slice right along there. Do you see how this tip is already knocked off? So I'm not going to have extra ears in my triangle when I put it together. And that easy, I've got a pair all set for the sewing machine. Rotate that ruler and cut from the other edge, lining up my 4-inch and my edge here for the triangle. Open my blade again. And look at that. So in no time at all, I'm going to have, pause for dramatic effect here. All kinds of half square triangles all put together. I've taken them to the machine and fed them in one right after the other, and they are all set to go. So I don't know if you're like me, but I like to do the same step over and over again to get it over with, and then I'll press them and then I'll trim them, and if I need a break I might stop my assembly part and put some other pieces together and go from there. But that easy is the half square triangles. There needs to be like a little, I don't know, elf that comes in and just swoops everything away in between, right?
Well, if you want me to take stuff, I'll take stuff.
No, I mean just to clear my space right here.
Just like snap your fingers and it's
Snap
gone.
my fingers, yes. So to give you a comparison, this is a 1/4 square block put together with the same size triangles as this, except for I put the seams in different places. So let's take a look at how to make one of these. I am going to start with a 2.5-inch strip. You can do whatever size you need to create the block size that you want. And there's some guides in the insert to help you do that. And we're always available for questions if you need help. And I'm going to turn around to my 1/4 square section of the ruler. And if you notice, when I have it facing this way, the numbers are right side up. This icon here is for the 1/4 square triangle. And that's what I want to be looking at. Let's flip this over. So again, I have paired them right sides together so that they're ready to sew, because that just makes sense to me. Then I don't have to go back and pair them up later. I'm going to lay this ruler on here. See that 4 on there again? Here's the 4, because I want to make a 4-inch 1/4 square triangle block. Take my rotary cutter and cut along that edge. Feel a little snap. Close my blade. Book. So there's another little dotted line right here, just like there was in the half square one, and it's going to knock off that top corner there. To do the next one, simply rotate the ruler. I love starting with strips because they're easy. And I'm going to keep cutting like this until I have enough triangles to make my block. Now the trick with this is you're going to sew one short side. So I like to lay them out so they all look the same. And here I've rearranged these, they're right side up, but I want to sew that same side on all the pairs. So I've got my white and then my colors underneath, or on top, doesn't matter, but do them the same. When you stitch them, dramatic effect. Right. There are the makings of my quarter square triangle block. Look at me missing. Oh, that was some piece. All right. Oh, here we go. So a smaller version, but this is those triangles sewn together. Open them up, put them back together again, and you've got more quarter square triangle blocks. So in the instructions, there's also hints on how to cut by tube sewing. Tube sewing is taking 2 strips, sewing them together, right sides together. Take a peek inside here. Here's my gray and white again. More notes.
Using your ABC 1, 2, 3 cool pins over there, I see.
Love those.
From the Gypsy Quilter.
Yes.
Which we have a giveaway later today that might feature some
From
of those
Gypsy
products.
Quilter.
So don't go away.
So exciting, it is. So now I'm going to make a larger block, so I can also create this quarter square triangle block with the half square triangles. If I line these up like this because they're sewn together, cut them apart, turn this around, I'm going to take my seam ripper. I think this is also Gypsy Quilter.
It is.
And I'm going to pop these little threads. Maybe you can see that a little better. Well, could have used red or something so you could see it. But from sewing that tube on both sides, I've got a few stitches to loosen so I can open them up. You could also do this with them, but I hate to do that with thread. It distorts those tips, and those are already on a bias. I don't need to do that, so look at that. Half of that quarter square triangle block is already sewn together. I just have to press it, sew it back together again, and voila, I have some lovely blocks to play with. If you wanted to do the quarter squares with that same tube method, I've got these all sewn together. I guess I'm not going to cut with my seam.
You could try. I don't know well
I could try. I could. So I'm going to line that up on the raw edge, that 4-inch line. I've already sewn them, so I just have to cut them apart. Turn it, do another one. So this simple little tool has got lots of options for fun ways to put a project together. And just by accident, I realized that some of those 2.5-inch strips I have stored up because I love them would be great for this. Cut some background, sew those strips together, and look at all these half square triangle blocks you already have sewn and ready to go. Now yes, the bias is going to be on these, on all the outside edges, but today's fabrics, I don't think that's as big of a problem as it used to be. So there are some half square, quarter square triangles, and it's good to see everybody again today. Chessa, do you have more for us yet before we go?
I do. I have a couple things to recap on, and then we have a giveaway. Leave all your stuff here.
Okay, I'll just leave my table here.
It's like having confetti. I can throw it at the end.
Good.
So we're going to touch base again really quick about the Fold and Go Folio from Amy Barrifin. Because this does include some special content, additional information. Wait, oops, I didn't open it. Nope, I got it. My nails work. All this great information. There's the QR code for the bonus content. That's a big thing about her new pattern, is there is bonus content. So you scan the QR code, that's going to take you right to that. It's going to inspire you for some embellishments and upcycling of vintage textiles. And I know we had a question about the chalk, but I do believe Deb answered that. It was the Taylor Seville chalk. We had one about the adorable chicks behind me. That's Easter Chicks. That's from Faith and Fabric. Again, just a good reminder then about the link in our description. That's going to take you to all the items that I showed today and that Maria showed today. So I think I'm going to say hi to a couple people, just to keep the suspense going, and then we will get to the giveaway. Hello, Carrie from West Yellowstone Fabric and Yarn in Montana. Thanks for tuning in today. Hello, Amy from Mother's Love Creations. Hello, Joan from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Hello, Lois from Threads That Bind in Canada. And Anna from Textiles Mexicanos in Mexico. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. Now we have a giveaway to celebrate National Quilting Month. You might have seen the cute little box just hanging out in the corner of the screen. We are actually having giveaways all month long, but today we're going to start with the Gypsy Quilter bundle. So it's going to include one of those new wool pressing mats. You're going to have the original Gypsy gripper, as well as the little one. Those are constant top sellers. You have one of our brand new items, the Stitchy Sticks. So this is actually, it just looks like a couple pieces, but there are 6 features to aid in your quilting, your sewing, your fabric turning, your applique, your English paper piecing. So this is a really great item. You have your, your Tulip bobbin clamps. I know when something like that happens, Cindy turns around wondering what I did. Then you got your Tulip bobbin clamps. So these are great. You just clip them around your bobbin and it keeps it from unraveling and the little piece, the little thread going everywhere. For your machine quilting people out there, we have some Hold Steady gloves. These give you some extra precision control where you need it most. You have grips on the fingers, and then if you wear it in the opposite way, the whole hand is covered in grips. So you kind of have 2 options to help you maneuver and just whatever feels best to you. We also have some Terrific tape. Terrific tape, this is a self-cling tape, so it sticks to itself and nothing else. One of those things I was like, when am I going to use that? Well, I've used it here in the studio plenty of times, wrapping up wires and stuff. Like, I don't want to make the wires all sticky and tacky, and this keeps me from doing that, but yet it still holds it together. And then you have your no-slip grip hearts. So these are little adhesives that you can stick on quilting rulers, template, even just your fabric to help hold it in place. So that is your Gypsy Quilter bundle for National Quilting Month. This is our first giveaway of the month. To enter to win, the same rules as usual. You must be a Checker customer and you must be a member of Checker's private Facebook group. The giveaway will be posted later today. And again, shop name and location in the comments. That is very important, and you must like the post. If you're not a member, Chrissy will be posting a link in the comments to it, and you can click and join. Apply to. It's not apply to join, but it's request to join. Whew. It's a little slow today.
It's morning.
I'm thinking about my flip-flops. Might take you a day or 2 to be approved, but don't worry, you're going to have until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this coming Friday, March 4th, to register to win this week's giveaway. Again, reminder, we're going to have giveaways all month long in honor of National Quilting Month. I don't know if we have any more questions. Did we, Sasha? I don't want to rush anybody. Oh.
I did see one. I don't think you asked. They asked about the pattern for the quilt, Maria's quilt behind you.
Oh, I think you were just using your imagination.
It's just all half square triangles. Maybe we need to make it a pattern.
Voting takes place if you want Maria to make a pattern. Point out some of your blocks, 'cause you made like bigger blocks, didn't you? Like this.
I did.
This here.
Well, this really wasn't supposed to be a 101 on the quilt, but if you look, this corner is a great spot. Every 16 blocks is a quilt block. So I went on Pinterest and looked for half square triangle blocks, and that's how I scrambled them. I put them together in blocks, but mixed up the colors within each block. So every 16 squares is another quilt block of some sort. So for me, that was easy to mix it up, so I didn't get caught up in doing right, left, up, down. Now it all looks the same because I turned them all the same, etc. But that's a great way to scramble your pieces.
That is. That's just a great way to use some creativity there. And I don't think is there anything else, Sasha? You know, I can't see from back here.
No, I'm not seeing any other questions.
All right. Well, if we did happen to miss your question or you're watching this later and happen to have one, don't be afraid to put it in the comments. We do constantly check this video. We have our notifications on, so anytime you comment or anything, we do get a notification about that, and we will do our best to answer in a timely manner. Thanks so much for watching. All these items are available on checkerdisc.com, and I'll see you back here in 1 month on Wednesday, April 6th.